When you meet a stranger at a different hot spring that's been to over 50 of them and they tell you have to check out this one, you know we have to check it out.
This week, we're headed into the hills of Southern California to check out Deep Creek Hot Springs. It's less than 2 hours from LA and one of the most legendary spots among seasoned hot spring soakers. The camping was fantastic and the hot springs were magical.
3 bears, Shell. Find the right one.
And we were even serenaded by an unexpected new friend. So let's pack up and hit the road. It was about a 6-hour drive day to the hot springs for us, highway for the most part. And the wildflowers were just starting to bloom on the side of the road. We even spotted a few early California poppies along the way. We also unfortunately spotted this on the side of the road. You guys be careful out there. The hot springs are on national forest land, but the best way in, especially if you're camping, is through a Bowen Ranch. And the last 6 miles in is all dirt road.
Looks like you can pay cash, Zelle, if you got a signal.
There are 2 campground areas. One is first come and the other's on Hipcamp and is known to be a little more free-spirited.
I think we found a good one. Looks like we got enough space.
Definitely.
We can back the truck in right here to stay out of their way. And we're not blocking that loop, so we should be good.
It's $15 a person to overnight camp at the trailhead area, and there's tons of space for tents, vans, RVs, and there's even picnic tables, but no hookups.
All right, girls, do you approve? If you approve, we can stay. At least a couple of nights. What do you think?
We enjoyed the beautiful starry sky and relaxed before the long hike tomorrow.
There we go. Now we're cooking. Who knows, y'all? We might get crazy and move down to the Camp Naked section.
The best part of camping here at Bowen Ranch, besides the fact that it's absolutely gorgeous, is that you have direct access to the trailhead.
Be good, girls.
Bye, girls. Yeah.
Little vault toilet. Oh, all right.
Toilet paper and everything.
Well,
Bougie.
fancy.
We love boondocking and camping off-grid, but roughing it isn't for everyone. So if you're looking for an easier option, check out their glamping units.
All right. Let's do it.
Let's go.
The hike to the hot springs is 2 miles in, 2 miles out.
Good thing is when you check in, they do have you take a picture of the map of like the campground and how to get down to the hot springs. Plus they've got like a little list of directions for you. And that's good for people like us because we love to get lost.
Yeah, and also not everybody has service up here, and I think you lose it anyways no matter what provider you have at some point. So if you can, also download the map.
I will say we've had one bar the entire time we've been here, but this is the first time we're going down into the canyon. Who, yeah, who knew you were gonna do high jump over here?
Huh.
Jump it.
Wow. Olympic record right there.
Sunny out here in this canyon now. Make sure you bring your sunscreen, especially for the pasty folks like me.
The hike in winds you down into a canyon in the San Bernardino Forest. The elevation changes about 1,000 feet.
That's where we're going.
Where we're going. Got a bit to go though.
Well, we found the water. I was trying to convince Victoria to take the fast route down and just
Roll down the hill? I don't think so, no. We still have quite a bit of elevation to get down to that water.
It's probably a bad idea. Almost to the bottom. It is definitely a little, the footing's tricky.
I would suggest zigzagging. I feel like it helps.
Yeah, it does.
What's that again?
Once you get to the bottom, you still have to cross the Chili Creek to get to the springs.
I don't know if this is the way we're supposed to go across, but this is the way we're going across. All right, found a shallow spot. Nice and steady. Is that the sauce? Hot? Well,
It's real hot.
that's cool.
I don't even know.
It's probably too hot right there.
I don't know. It's doable.
Well, I think we found our own little personal beach spot right here next to the creek.
The hot springs were absolutely packed when we got down there, so we found a sunny spot by the creek and hung out for a while. There's definitely worse spots that you could bide your time.
Hung out in our beach spot, got our bearings. Now, time to check out the hot springs. All right, first hot spring.
There are 5 pools all along the creek and the stone wall, each a little different. Some are hotter, some are cooler, some shallow, and some big enough for quite a few people. The hot springs are also clothing optional, so just be prepared.
That's cool. Didn't even see that one from down there. Three bear shell. Find the right one.
Is this it?
I don't know. It kind of feels like it. The Great River Crossing. It was pretty crowded today, and we actually didn't get to, well, the hot springs, but we're going to be here for a few days, so we'll be back.
Got a little bit of that afternoon desert wind. Oh, can't even open my eyes.
The wind rolled in hard, so we took the day to run a few errands.
Look at that goodness. Just stopped at the little fruit stand on the side of the road here in Victorville.
Uh-huh. This is the way fruit's meant to be eaten.
So we'll just be honest, we did have a little bit of a problem getting up a couple of the hills towing the trailer when we were getting into the campground.
Yeah, when you look at the instructions online, it says you do not need four-wheel drive, but we did. And it might just be because we're pushing the bounds with the weight of our trailer,
right.
But yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, however, if you're just coming in a smaller trailer, I think you'll be fine.
We also decided to extend our stay to give us more time at the hot springs, but I definitely wasn't expecting these camp hosts to greet me.
Place is popping today. Coming into the weekend, it's Friday, and there are a lot more cars than there were the other day.
Yeah, and it's a lot windier today as well, so we'll see how this hike
It's
goes.
not scaring anybody off.
The trail isn't too tricky, but you do lose service, and it's always nice to have a map, but in this case, in the arrows we trust.
That's true.
We found these arrows especially helpful on the way back to make sure that you get back to Bowen Ranch and not to some of the other nearby properties.
There is no camping down at the hot springs. Up at the campground, you're good. No OHV vehicles. I think it's $10 per person per day use. So it's not too bad because these hot springs are freaking awesome.
May not seem too hot right now because it's not, but during the summer they do have to do search and rescues for people who get lost down here and maybe don't bring enough water, so make sure you're prepared.
Stay hydrated, y'all. Some other things you might see down here at the hot springs, PCT hikers, you might be able to see the trail behind us here. That actually runs through here.
It's a great place for them to soak their aching dogs, and we actually met one of them yesterday who is from our home state, Mike.
Yep. And he's gonna be on the trail for 5 months. Another thing you'll see down here, lots of naked folks.
If you put in just a little bit more work, not even half a mile from the hot springs, you can find lots of beaches just like this all up and down the creek.
Yeah, so we ended up with our own little swimming hole right here with our own private beach. So we're gonna hang out here and then hit up the hot springs. Okay, hung out here for like an hour, and it's time to head to the hot springs.
Yeah, it is early April, so we're dodging some clouds here and there, so it'll be nice to heat up a little, probably before we sweat our butts off going back up.
That's
so.
true.
You can meet so many interesting people from all over at places like this. You meet thru-hikers from the PCT, people day hiking from Lake Arrowhead, old hippies, young professionals. Some guy busted out a guitar and sang us a song, and it's still stuck in my head.
How we found out about this hot spring is actually our Highway 395 trip. We were sitting in Shepherd Hot Spring and we met a gentleman that's from the LA area, and he was like, have y'all been to Deep Creek Canyon Hot Spring? And we were like, never even heard of it. Well, he was like, you got to check that one out.
I'm so glad we did.
This is the thing about going down into a canyon, you got to come back up out of it. But I will say, we've seen all different sizes and shapes come up in and out of this canyon, all the way from a toddler to a senior citizen. So if they can do it, you can do it.
Whew. We were feeling it a little bit more after that second hike, so we settled in for a cozy night with the puppies. The next morning, we woke up, had some coffee, and headed back down into the canyon to enjoy the hot springs one more time.
Mid-April, still a bit chilly, but I guarantee you, middle of the summer, one of these swimming holes is where you probably want to be.
Yeah, and you have the options.
Hot, cold.
On a mission to find the showers, and I think I might have found them. That's them. Not much privacy. Well, definitely no day at the spa, but it does the job.
Last night at Bowen Ranch, we kicked up our achy feet and watched the beautiful sunset go over the mountains.
Okay, after 5 days, that is a wrap for us here at Deep Creek Hot Springs. I mean, we did make that trek 3 different times.
Yeah, overall, I think we did like 12 miles, but we had an amazing time, and each time got a little bit easier.
It definitely didn't hurt as much coming up the 3rd time. Normally when we go on these trips, we would try and find as many cool things as we can in the area that we're camping. However, this place had all that we needed. So many different hot springs, a private swimming hole, a great campground. There's really nice people running this place here at Bowen Ranch. They've got like drink stands and horses running around,
Yeah,
and
on
pigs.
the weekend they have breakfast and everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and if you are nudists, you can go hang out there too, because they like to do a lot of that around here. And honestly, this is kind of a nice break from reality, because we do have a big announcement. We're actually going to be hanging out in California a little longer.
Yeah, I'm taking an assignment at a different hospital in Modesto, so we're gonna have a little bit more time to explore.
That's right, we got a couple more months of California on our hands.
This amazing place is less than 2 hours from LA, so if you are anywhere in Southern California, there is no excuse not to check this place out.
All right, Victoria kicks off the new contract tomorrow, so we got to hit the road. We'll see you on the next one. Y'all keep on exploring and stay lost.
Bye.
What an amazing hot spring adventure.
Adios, amigos.
If you enjoyed this video and want to see where we're going next, make sure you click on that subscribe button so that we can keep sharing awesome places like this. And as always, check out our website for the full blog post with camping and trail information and more. We'll see you next time.